isn't real and it's not happening. There's another timeline, and God and Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit are on that other timeline. When I say wake up, sleep, you wake up, it's real life again. But this real life is not our life.
It's not the life. This is not the life that we're actually going to live. The life we're actually going to live is the life where
Jesus Christ
is the life where Jesus Christ and all the angels and all the saints are in heaven. That's the real life we're actually going to live. The real life we're actually going to live is going to be in heaven, how it's just described in Genesis and all the other books that it's mentioned. This life that we're living now under the sun, Satan is here and he's getting everybody. And when I'm really in prayer and then I'm out of prayer and I'm living my normal daily life at work or with my friends or at the gym or just out in general, you know, I don't let the negative thoughts get to me anymore. And I don't think of all these different scenarios of what could be, what could have been. I'm learning to be present and to try to be Christ. I'm not trying to be wisdom or try to be righteous, because I know the Bible says we really shouldn't seek out being wise and seek out being righteous. But I feel like the best thing for me to be doing and for others to be doing, whether you're a girl or a guy, is to focus on yourself. And if it is about pleasing somebody else, don't do that. Focus on yourself and walk away and let them be the supporter to you. And that is the only way that relationship is going to work. If it's just a friend, stop trying to please your friend. Focus on yourself within the friendship, and that could possibly help your friend be better for you, or even you be better for your friend. At work, like with the people at your job, with your manager, don't focus on pleasing them. Please yourself, knowing that you can do good. Please yourself, knowing you can do a good job, like at the task or whatever you're doing. Go hard. You got to go hard. And if you don't have the motivation,
read the word, read
Bible, basic instructions before leaving earth. Read that book. And if you don't get juice from some of the stories
that a person created this earth and that you was one of the people who was able to come and experience this sensation,
if you ain't juiced off that alone,
you might be cooked.
The third thing is to let go of your past choices. The past choices for me,
when I made that first video, I understood I had said some things and it was kind of in a different mindset where, yeah, I was thinking about what I did wrong and I didn't want to feel sad about it.
But see, I realized that those are just choices I made and it led to consequences, and I had to accept it. And I'm not even trying to downplay or sound nonchalant, because at the time, yeah, I mean, like, it hurt for my whole world to kind of change or whatever, but it's not my whole world. I had to stop applying those type of pressures to my life. It's not, that's not my whole life. Something that I did does not define me. And like, you have to understand that too. You have to understand that your past choices, yes, you made those choices and you could possibly make better ones. You made those choices. You're living with the consequences now, or you have lived with the consequences. You can continue to live. You're living. What you have to do is make adjustments, make changes, actual changes that can represent your mindset, represent how you want to be, represent how you want your life to be. You have to make positive changes, positive choices. And to let go of the past ones, whether it was good or bad. Don't apply any pressures to it and say,
hey, well, I did this in the past and I feel like I'm so awful and I feel terrible.
That is where you're going to start not being able to be in the present and make better choices. You can't allow yourself mental capacity to weigh out options, to weigh out consequences, to pray, to think about it and have discernment, to let go of the choices and make better ones. And you can't keep holding on to that, because that just holds you back.
What you think of, that's what's gonna come your way.
And I know you know it, because you clicked the video, you experienced that. You got to start trusting that, which is the book of the Bible. When it say that there's power in the tongue and words are powerful, you got to wake up. That's another, see, back to my first point, is waking up and understanding what's happening right now. There's a real warfare out here. There's real Jezebels and there's real, I don't know a name for the guys, but y'all know the guys who be trying to sway the girls off their path. Y'all know what I mean. Them guys are bad too, but it's a real warfare going on out here. And I want to say people are cooked. I hate saying that because it's always time to wake up, but the way it's going, man, folks don't want to. They want to stay, you know, it's okay. Everybody's staying in their own world, you know. At the end of the day, it is your world. But I'm talking about the people who are on that wave And, you know, some people use the words like frequency and vibration and stuff, but I just call it a way of life. And when you reach a certain level, it almost seems like self-actualization to put yourself first. When you have everything there, you have, you know, money, you have clothing, shelter. You might have lost love, so you feel hurt, and then you try to replace that with something bad, or you try to chase that feeling or whatever it is that was out of your life. You know, that's where you kind of go down the wrong path. But when you have the self-love and you focus on yourself, that's where your self-actualization comes in, and you'll really understand that this is a sim. This is a sim. The people in my life are like monitoring spirits, and they sent here to watch me whether I'm doing right or wrong. And you know, this is just a vessel. And when they're low vibration, that's where the enemy get in them and they start doing different things. And that's when you're gonna have discernment. You're gonna start realizing. You're gonna start noticing, hey, that person, they just said something they wouldn't usually say. That's where you start peeping. There's people like that in the Bible. Jesus Christ, there were some instances where he knew, hey, you're gonna tell me a lie. You're gonna tell me something that could really harm me. But it's all right though, because I know what's going on. Jesus Christ knew that it was a sin. He knew what he was coming here to do. And that was something that I didn't realize until I started praying more, started being on my own, started working on myself, building up my body, building up my mind, getting stronger mentally, and reading the Bible. Is I got back and focused on my purpose. I focused on what made me passionate. How can I serve God, or how can I serve others through something that I enjoy? A prayer, supplication, I was able to come to a conclusion that I knew what my purpose is. I knew what my passion was. You know, it wasn't easy, you know, to go through some of the things I went through, but the things that I went through have totally made me better. On the outside looking in, it's almost as if there's a whole radical change. It's like, oh, where'd you go? You're not doing some of those things no more. It become a time when you're trying to elevate and you're trying to rise above something. You ain't even gonna be focusing on some of these other things that's out here in the world right now today. Focusing on some of the things that other people really out here focused on. You're gonna find your own lane. You're gonna find your own way about stuff. And that's the best part about it to me, is that through what I went through with Shaw, with other people in my life these last couple months, I found something for me. I found things that I forgot that I enjoyed, like fishing, like hunting, like actually hanging out with my friends, talking, nurturing, fostering my relationships. Something I put on the back burner for her, or back burner for other people. And it's not the way I want to live my life. It's not how I want to live it. And through walking the ways when other people try to come into my life, and I feel like that's God trying to give me the sign where it's like, hey, just because they're back in your life don't mean just open right back into it. Just go right back into things. You got to use discernment, you know, be patient. Let the days stack on days. You can't rush no processes, you know, and you can't jump in too heavy. That's something. Get out of here. But yeah, man, to finish the video, like, the time is now to do the things you want to do. And the new year is about to be coming. Guys, this year coming up is a real game changer. And it's gonna be the ones who ready to work and who ain't rocking, the ones who ready to work for God and work for themselves, and who not. I ain't trying to say it's time to put away with the old. I ain't saying that. But the new year does come with new perspectives. And the best way to be able to receive those new perspectives is to stop focusing on the past. You know, I'm not saying you can't think about it, but don't focus on the past. Stop living there in the past choices. Stop living on the emotions of the past and trying to get back to that. You gotta, you know, try to remember what it is that you feel in the moment and become clear with that feeling. Start doing things to change your time. Not change your time, but start doing things to spend your time on. Whether that's reading, whether that's doing some type of mental puzzle. There's a lot of other things besides TV and social media and hiking and walking. There's so many things, you know. For me, my thing is the gym. I hit the gym, but not pushing out on everybody. I would advise everybody to do that, especially when you're on your journey with God. But I can't force anybody to get on that wave. It is what it is. It's kind of hot in this truck. It's not hot. It's getting warm, you know. It's getting kind of warm in here. Oh, there's a breeze right when I said it. Oh, that's crazy. Basically, though, the time is now. The time is now to focus. The time is now to get prepared for the battles to come. And I hope there aren't major battles. Like, if you're covering all your bases, hopefully, like I'm just trying to make it simple. If you got shelter in some form or fashion, you might not have a car, it don't matter. But if you got shelter in some form or fashion, you got a job in some form or fashion, or you can make some type of money in some form or fashion, you should not have a worry. The way to reduce worries is to keep faith and trust in the Lord daily through prayer, through supplication. We gotta stop speaking negativities into our lives. We gotta stop speaking negative. We have to start speaking positively and thinking positively and moving in a positive manner. We gotta start setting up for our future, whether it's a month down the line, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. Be in the present. And when you're in the present, you realize the future is now. You'll get there. You'll start to see what's happening. You'll see the people around you. When you focus on yourself and you let God lead you, you'll see people just start pulling towards you, kind of like a magnet. You're going to be real magnetic. And you're going to be like, why is she hitting me up now? Or why is he saying that to me? Or it might even be at work. Somebody say something slick or somebody say something sly. You be like, hold on, what? Not sneak in a bad way, but you know what I mean? Somebody say something where it's like, dang, I can't believe they said that. You know, it'll make you think about it. But life will start coming at you differently when you really open up. And for me, I say open up. It's like a screen. It's like my eyes is like this, and out of nowhere, it's just boom. You know, it's kind of how I felt when I started focusing on myself the last couple weeks. And I'm starting to realize what I think, it happens. What I want to happen, it happens. And I ain't trying to be blasphemous because I love Jesus Christ. I love the God. I love the Holy Spirit. But I almost feel as if I am a little God out here. It's like I really am connected to Christ and Source and the Creator. And it's like, oh, you want that to happen? Okay, boom, there you go. And even the negativities, when I ask for something, I'm like, no, not that. And he like, well, you asked for patience, you know? And boom, that's what happened. Now something happens and I got to be patient. And it's like, oh, you know, but hey. That's the life. That's what I'm saying. None of this really is real. It's kind of all sim. The whole thing about the timeline is like what we keep going through, Jesus Christ and God, they're already on a whole different wave. They know the end of this story. They know the end of our story already. We just have to live it out. So like when something negative happened to you, it had to happen for a reason. Something positive happened to you, it had to happen for a reason. You can't get high or low about it. You have to realize it is. And when you know what it is, you pray to God and you say, God, I'm thankful for whatever anyways. That's just God. That's how it gotta be, because you was created. You gotta thank the Creator that you even get the experiences in that way that you get the experiences. But I just feel like everything lately has been better for me. I will say, like, if we could get more personal, you know, if you did watch the last video, it was like a breakup or whatever. I mean, she was upset at me. She like, you know, I kind of did something. And she didn't like it. It made her feel like, you know, I was trying to step out on her, which I wasn't, but she didn't like it. And, you know, it kind of hurt me because I'm like, dang, you trying to walk away? Like, what? So, yeah, I was kind of down. But, man, through prayer, supplication, focusing on myself, things have been on a roll. Not even just financially. Not just like, oh, I got other girls now. Not like that, but you know, life has been very positive without me trying to feel as if I'm fixing myself, or without me trying to feel like I'm fixing her emotions because I hurt her. Without even thinking about her or the whole thing, man, life has been great. I've been meeting new people. I've been going different places. I've been enjoying things, and I really enjoy life, and it's on the up. It's on the up because I focused on God. When I wasn't focused on God, I was losing strength. You know, I was losing myself. You know, doing other things. But when I focused on God, man, it was like the veil just, bleep, bleep, you know what I mean? But that's my advice to y'all is to realize that really this ain't real. We not here. This ain't happening, and like to stay focused on God, to know that God is our creator and He had a son named Jesus Christ, and He sent Him down here in our image, like as a human being, to show us that we can be perfect, or we can try to be perfect. Sorry, not be perfect, because nobody gonna be perfect, but that we can aspire to be like the creator and try and be pure, not try and be wise, not try and be righteous, but to make sound decisions and to use our discernment and to make the right choices. And I encourage everyone today to just open up a Bible and flip to any verse and just start reading. If it's a story, try to finish the story. If it's a parable, if it's like something in Proverbs, Hebrews, whatever book you open, just open the book. Just open the book. Just open the book, and you'll realize the book is basic instructions. The book is how to not make bad choices. The book is how to not worry. Like, the book is showing us. And, you know, it's kind of reason why all these other religions are actually kind of right in their own way. But we all got a creator, and we all have a God, and we have to serve that God, not these many gods out here. Not, no, you know what I mean? Not these idols. We can't be putting these people on pedestals before Jesus Christ. Can't do that. We got to focus on the main creator, the one who's outside of this universe, who's outside of this 24 hours a day, outside of this AM, PM stuff. So I advise everybody to read the Bible, to stop thinking about past choices. I advise everybody to try to become more present and realize that the future is now. And the best way to obtain the present moment and to be better, it seems like every other day, is through Christ.